Welcome students, welcome to class 9th English. Today we will study the book Moments, and in this we will read the chapter number 5, The Happy Prince. The Happy Prince. This story is of a prince who was happy till the time he was alive. After his death, his statue of gold was placed on a tall column. High above the city, on a tall column, stood the statue of the Happy Prince. He was gilded all over with thin leaves of fine gold. For eyes he had two bright sapphires, and a large red ruby glowed on his sword hilt. He had just told that till the time he was alive he was very happy, and after his death the statue of gold covered with the thin leaves of fine gold, and statues having a two bright sapphires. Sapphire means the precious stones, and a large ruby glowed on his sword hilt. Sword hilt means the top of the sword. There was a large precious gem known as ruby was placed. This statue was placed on the top of the column high above the city. One night there flew over the city a little swallow. His friends had gone to Egypt 6 weeks before, but he had stayed behind. Then he decided to go to Egypt too. Now what happened? One day what happened? A little swallow. A swallow is a bird which he was flying from there. That bird has to go Egypt because all his friends have left the place 6 weeks ago. Now he is alone left, so he planned out to go to Egypt. And as he was moving to the Egypt, he stopped in the middle. All day long he flew, and the night time he arrived at the city. Where shall I put up? He said. I hope the town has made preparations. Then he saw the statue on the tall column. Now all day he was flying full time. When the night time came, he thought of taking a rest, and he was looking for the place where he could rest. That time only he saw the statue on the top of the column. I will put up there, he cried. It is a fine position with plenty of fresh air. So he alighted just between the feet of the Happy Prince. So he thought, he himself talked to himself that it is a fine place, it is a comfortable place, and fresh air is also coming. So I will lie down between the feet of the Happy Prince to take a rest. So he thought of taking a rest between the feet of the I have a golden bedroom, he said softly to himself as he looked around, and he prepared to go to sleep. But just as he was putting his hat under his wing, a large drop of water fell on him. What a curious thing, he cried. There is not a single cloud in the sky. The stars are quite clear and bright, and yet it is raining. The another drop fell. Now what happened? As he was very happy that God has given him the golden bedroom. Why the golden bedroom, he is saying? Because the statue of the prince was made up of gold. So he said to himself very softly that this place is very comfortable for me to sleep, and he put his head under his wing, and he was trying to sleep. Then what happened? All of a sudden a large drop of water fell on him, and he looked around, and he talked to himself that there is not a single cloud in the sky. The stars are quite clear, and from where this raindrop is coming? And by that time another drop fell. What is the use of a statue? It cannot keep the rain off, he said. I must look for a good chimney pot, and he determined to fly away. Now he thought, what type of a statue it is? He cannot keep the rain off, but he cannot keep the rain. Apart from that, I am not saved from here by the rain. And he thought, I should look a chimney pot. Chimney pot is a chimney, you must have seen in the houses, to take it is the outlet of the smoke. So he thought that I should look for a chimney pot, and there I will feel more comfortable. And he determined to fly, and he was thinking to fly away. But before he would fly away, he opened his wings, and what he saw a third drop fell on him. And when he looked up, he saw, what did he saw? Something very surprising he saw. The eyes of the Happy Prince were filled with tears, and tears were running down his golden cheeks. His face was so beautiful in the moonlight that the little swallow was filled with pity. Who are you? He said. Then the statue replied, I am the happy prince. Why are you weeping? Then asked the swallow, who have quite drenched me. Now, when the eyes of the happy prince, this swallow looked up, he saw that the eyes of the happy prince were full of tears. There were the tears in the eyes. They were running down through the golden cheeks. Though his face was so beautiful, but it was covered with the tears. Then he asked, this little swallow asked, who are you? Then he said, I am the happy prince. Then he said, if you are happy, then why are you crying? When I was alive and had a human heart, answered the statue, I did not know what tears were, for I lived in the palace where sorrow is not allowed to enter. My courtiers called me the happy prince, and happy indeed I was. So I lived and so I died. And now that I am dead, they have set me up here so high that I can see the ugliness and all the misery of my city. And though my heart is made of lead, yet I cannot choose but weep. Now the happy prince replied that when I was alive, when I was a part of the human life, I did not know what were the tears. I have never experienced the sorrow because I lived in the palace, and in the palace sorrow is not allowed. My courtiers used to call me the happy prince. This prince was known as the happy prince, and of course he was happy because in the palace life is luxurious life. So he never experienced sorrow, and happy he was and happy he died. But he said, when after my death my statue is placed on this column, I could see the ugliness, the sorrow of my city. And though my heart is made of lead, lead is a metal, so I cannot choose but weep. The only thing is that I can weep from. What is he? Not solid gold? Said the swallow to himself. He was too polite to make any personal remarks. Then this little verse said, oh, this statue is not made of solid gold. But he didn't say it loudly because he was too soft. Far away, continued the statue in a low musical voice. Far away, in a little street, there is a poor house. One of the windows is open, and through it I can see a woman seated at a table. Her face is thin and worn, and she has a coarse, red hands all pricked by the needle. For she is a seamstress. She is embroidering flowers on a satin gown for the loveliest of the queen's maids of honor to wear at the next court ball. Now this statue continues a story in a musical voice, that far away in a street I can see a poor house, and as one of the windows is open, so through that window he can see that a thin woman is seated on a table, and her hands are rough and all red as pricked by the needle, as she is a seamstress. Seamstress means she is a lady tailor, and she is doing the embroidering the satin gown of the queen's maid of honor, as they have to wear on the next occasion. In a bed in the corner of the room, her little boy is lying ill. He has a fever and is asking his mother to give him oranges. His mother has nothing to give him but river water. So he is crying, Swallow, swallow, little swallow, will you not bring her the ruby out of my sword hilt? My feet are fastened at this pedestal and I cannot move. Further, Prince continued his story that lady's son is lying ill on a bed. He is having a fever and is asking for oranges. But this little poor mother has nothing, only river water, so that's why he is crying. So the prince asked the swallow to take the ruby out of the handle of the sword, as prince cannot move as his feet are fastened. I am waited for in Egypt, said the swallow. My friends are flying up and down the Nile and talking to the large lotus flowers. Soon they will go to sleep. The prince asked the swallow to stay with him for one night and be his messenger. The boy is so thirsty and the mother so sad, he said. Now the swallow explained to the prince that all my friends are waiting for me in Egypt. They are flying over the river Nile and playing with lotus. If I am late, Soon they will sleep. But the prince requested the swallow to stay one night with him and be his messenger, because boy is so thirsty and his mother is very sad. I don't think I like boys, answered the swallow. I want to go to Egypt. But the happy prince looked so sad that the little swallow was sorry. It is very cold here, he said, but he agreed to stay with him for one night and be his messenger. So here the swallow said that I don't like boys, I want to go Egypt. Hearing this, the prince became very sad. And as the swallow saw the sad face of the prince, he was very sorry for his statement. So he said, okay, though it's very cold here, but I agree to stay with you for one night and be your messenger. Thank you, little swallow, said the prince. The swallow picked out the great ruby from the prince's sword and flew away with it in his beak over the roofs of the town. He passed by the cathedral tower where the white marble angels were sculptured. He passed by the palace and heard the sound of dancing. A beautiful girl came out on the balcony with her lover. I hope my dress will be ready in time for the state ball, she said. I have ordered flowers to be embroidered on it, but the seamstresses are so lazy. Here now the swallow, after taking out the ruby from the prince's sword, flew away to give this ruby to the poor lady. And as he was flying through the town, he was passing through various roofs. He passed by the cathedral tower. Cathedral tower here refers to the church tower, where the white marble angels means statues of white angels are placed. Then he passed by the palace. As he was passing through the palace, he heard the sound of dancing. And soon a beautiful girl came out of the balcony with her lover. Maybe that girl be a same girl whose dress that lady is preparing, a maid of the princess. And this beautiful lady said, I wish my dress will be ready for the state ball, because I have ordered to make the flowers, embroidered flowers on it. But this seamstress means lady tailor, is so lazy. He passed over the river and saw the lanterns hanging on the mast of the ship. At last he came to the poor women's house and looked in. He passed over the river and saw the lantern hanging on the mast. What is the mast? Mast is a curtain that you can see on the ships to tell the direction of the wind. And the lantern is hanging on these masts. He crosses that mast, he crosses the ships, and then he reaches the poor women's house. The boy was tossing feverishly on his bed, and the mother had fallen asleep. She was so tired, Innie hopped and laid the great ruby on the table beside the woman's thimble. As the boy was having high fever, he was turning on his bed from right to left and left to right, and his mother was too tired, so she fell asleep. So this swallow, what she has done now, he kept the ruby in a thimble. What is a thimble? Thimble is a closed plastic cap for fingers to protect from needle. Then he flew gently round the bed, fanning the boy's forehead with his wings. How cool I feel, said the boy. I must be getting better, and he sank into a delicious slumber. Here, as you know, that nobody is taking the care of the boy because mother is already asleep, and this boy is restless. So what this swallow did, he just moved round the bed and start fanning with his wings. And after that, this boy felt very comfortable. He said, how cool I feel. And it sank into a delicious slumber. Slumber means sleep. Sank means drown. Drown, the boy is not drowning, but he is going into sleep. This shows that swallow has a very kind heart. Then the swallow flew back to the happy prince and told him what he had done. It is curious, he remarked, but I feel quite warm now, although it is so cold. Now, after completing his work, this swallow went back to the happy prince and told what he has done. But one strange thing happened. He said, though it's very cold, but still I am feeling very warm. So what the prince said? Prince said, this is because you have done a good action, said the prince. And the little swallow began to think and then fell asleep. Thinking always made him sleepy. After Prince remarked, the swallow started thinking, and whenever he started thinking, he always fell sleepy, so he slept. When the day broke, he flew down to the river and had a bath. Tonight I go to Egypt, said the swallow, and he was in high spirits at the prospect. Prospect means thought of something. He visited all the monuments and sat a long time on the top of the church steeple. Steeple is a high tower of church. When the moon rose, he flew back to the happy prince. Rose is the past tense of rise. Have you any commissions for Egypt? Commissions here refers to work. He cried, I am just starting. So when the night was over and the day broke out, this swallow went again to the prince, and he said that now I am going to the Egypt, and if you have some any other work. Before that he sat on all the monuments, he sat on the top of the church, visited the whole town, and in the night time he went to the prince and said, I am going back to the Egypt. Do you have any commissions for Egypt? Commissions means here work for Egypt. Swallow, swallow, little swallow, said the prince, will you stay with me one night longer? I am waited for in Egypt, answered the swallow. Here again the prince requested the swallow to wait one night more with him, but the swallow replied, no, everybody is waiting for me in Egypt. So swallow, little swallow, said the prince, far away across the city I see a young man in garret. Garret means a room at the top of the house. He is leaning over a desk covered with papers, and in the glass by his side there is a bunch of withered violets. Violets actually the flowers, and withered means torn out. Bouquet of flowers are there. Withered means torn out. When the flowers dry up, they fell down in a dry position. So here again the prince is saying, swallow, swallow, will you stay one night more for me, because I can see a man in a garret. Garret means top of the room. He is leaning over his desk because it is too cold, and the flowers are there lying down on his side. His hair is brown and crisp, and his lips are red as pomegranate, and he has large and dreamy eyes. He is trying to finish a play for the director of the theatre, but he is too cold to write any more. There is no fire in the grate, and hunger has made him faint. Now here this prince tells the swallow that his hair is of brown color and crispy, and his lips are red like as a pomegranate, but there are large dreams in his eyes, and he couldn't complete his work. He is writing a play for the director, but as it is too cold and there is no grate means no fire near him, so he is fainted there. I will wait with you one night longer, said the swallow, who really had a good heart. He asked if he should take another ruby to the young playwright. Playwright is a person who writes play. So now the swallow is saying, okay, I'll wait one night with you, one more night, because swallow is also had a good heart. So he asked the prince, now shall I take the another ruby? Then what the prince replied, alas, I have no ruby now, said the prince. My eyes are all that I have left. They are made of rare sapphire. Sapphire is a very precious stone. Rare means very uncommon to find, बहुत मुश्किल से मिलता है, which were brought out of India 1,000 years ago. So the prince said, I have got this precious eyes made of sapphires, and this I have got from 1,000 years ago, many years back from India. He ordered the swallow to pluck out one of them and take it to the playwright. He will sell it to the jeweler and buy firewood and finish his play, he said. Now prince ordered the swallow to pluck out that eyes, and give it to the playwright, and after getting this sapphire, he will sell it to the jeweler and will buy some firewood. Dear prince, said the swallow, I cannot do that, and he began to weep. Weep means cry. After listening, the swallow felt very pity in his heart, and he said, no prince, I cannot do this, and this is too difficult for me to take out your eyes. Swallow, swallow, little swallow, said the prince, Do as I command you." So the swallow plucked out the prince's eye and flew away to the young man's garret. It was easy enough to get in, and as there was a hole in the roof. Through this he darted and came into the room. The young man had his hat buried in his hands, so he did not hear the flutter of the bird's wings. And when he looked up, he found the beautiful sapphire lying on the withered violets. So Prince ordered the swallow to do as what he is saying. Finally, swallow plucked out the prince's eyes, and he went to the young man's room. As there was a hole on the roof, so he entered, the darted means entered through that hole, and though a man was sleeping, he could not hear the sound of his wings. The flutter of the bird's wing means the sound of the wings. And after keeping that sapphire there, he came out of that and flew there. And when this boy got up, he found a beautiful sapphire. Sapphire is actually a blue color stone, very precious stone, lying on his withered flowers. "I am beginning to be appreciated," he cried. "This is from some great admirer. Now I can finish my play." And he looked quite happy. The next day, the swallow flew down to the harbour. Harbour is a seaport. He sat on the mast. Mast means a sail of a large vessel and watched the sailors working. "I am going to Egypt," cried the swallow. But nobody minded, and when the moon rose, he flew back to the happy prince. Now when this boy saw the sapphire, he thought that now people have started appreciating me, they have started liking me, and one of my great fans, admirer means fan, have given this as a gift. So now I can finish my work. I can quickly purchase the firewood, and I can complete my play. Here this swallow went back to the harbour. Harbour is a place where the seaport is there, where the ships are kept ready for sailing. And he sat on a mast. Mast is on the curtain top. You can see on a ship there is a curtain to tell the direction. So he sat on a mast and he started saying that I am going to Egypt, but nobody notices. And as soon as the moon rose, means when again the day is over, night started, he went back to the happy prince. "I have come to bid you goodbye," he cried. Swallow said, "I have come here to say you goodbye." Bid you goodbye means to say you finally goodbye. Prince said, "Swallow, swallow, little swallow," said the prince, "will you not stay with me one night longer?" "It is winter," answered the swallow, "and the snow will soon be here. In Egypt the sun is warm on the green palm trees, and the crocodiles lie in the mud and look lazily about them." So when he said goodbye to the prince requested him, "Swallow, swallow, could you not stay one night longer with me?" So this swallow answered that it is already cold here, and soon there will be a snowfall. But in Egypt the climate is warm, and everybody is enjoying the warm sun. Crocodiles are lying in the mud, so I need to go there. "In the square below," said the happy prince, "there stands a little match girl. She has let her matches fall in the gutter, and they are all spoiled. Her father will beat her if she does not bring home some money, and she is crying. She has no shoes or stockings, and her little head is bare. Pluck out my other eye and give it to her, and her father will not beat her." Now this prince said, "I could see the another moment of misery. In the square below means in the ground below, there is a small girl standing. Match girl means a girl who used to sell the match boxes, and her match boxes are fallen down in a gutter, and they all are now spoiled. Nobody can use them. And if she goes back without any money, without selling these match boxes, her father will beat her. So therefore she is crying. And in this cold winter also, she doesn't have any shoes. She is not wearing the stockings, and her little head is bare. Even on the top of she does not have any cap. So you please pluck out my other eyes and give it to her, and then her father will not beat her." "I will stay with you one night longer," said the swallow, "but I cannot pluck out your eye. You would be quite blind then." Now this swallow said, "Okay, I will stay you one night more with you to help that little girl, but I cannot take out your one eye more, because otherwise you will turn to be blind." Swallow, swallow, little swallow, said the prince. Do as I command you. So prince said, oh no, no, swallow, do what I am telling to you. So he plucked out the prince's other eye and darted down with it. He swooped past the match girl and slipped the jewel into the palm of her hand. So what he did now, he plucked the another eyes of the prince and then he moved towards the girl. He swooped past. Swooped past means he fly very low. When he saw the girl, match girl, he will flow very low and slipped the jewel. Jewel means sapphire stone into the palm. Palm means hands. Hands of the little girl. What a lovely bit of glass, cried the little girl, and she ran home laughing. After seeing this girl, the girl was very happy and she said, wow, what a lovely glass, and she ran home happily. Then the swallow came back to the prince. You are blind now, he said, so I will stay with you always. Now what happened when he came back, the swallow came back to the prince, he said, now both of your eyes are taken out and you have turned to be blind. So now I will not leave you, I will stay with you always. No, little swallow, said the poor prince. You must go away to Egypt. The prince said, no, no, you better go to Egypt. Then swallow said, no, I will stay with you always, said the swallow. And he slept at the prince's feet. And he slept down under the feet of the prince. As the next day, he sat on the prince's shoulder and told him stories of what he has seen in strange lands. And in the next morning, he sat on the prince's shoulder and started telling the various stories, because he used to keep on flying on various lands. So he started telling the various stories to the prince. Dear little swallow, said the prince, you tell me of marvelous things, but more marvelous than anything is the suffering of man and woman. There is no mystery as great as misery. Fly over my city, little swallow, and tell me what you see there. Now after listening to the story, prince said, you have told me the marvelous stories, but there is nothing more marvelous than the suffering of the poor man and woman. So better, there is no mystery. Mystery means sadness. There is no mystery, or the misery means very less money those who are having. So better you go and fly over my city and find out what you see there. So the swallow flew over the great city and saw the rich making merry in their beautiful houses. While the beggars were sitting at the gates, he flew into the dark lanes and saw the white faces of the starving children looking out listlessly at the black streets. So after this, swallow flew over the great city, and what he saw, that rich are making the parties and the poor beggars were sitting out of the gates. And then after that, he flew into the dark lanes where is no light, and he saw the white faces. White faces means faces due to the hunger. White faces of the starving children. Starving children, they are because of hunger, their faces have turned white. They are sitting and looking toward the black street, so that anyone may come and help them. Under the archway of a bridge. Archway of a bridge means you have seen the bridge. The shape of the bridge is arc, and from where it is started near the banks, rivers, you can have seen the arc of the bridge. And where you can see there is a little place where no water, but the place of wall is there. So the two children are sitting. Under the archway of a bridge, two little boys were lying in each other's arm. Why they are lying in each other's arm? To keep themselves warm. And they are speaking to themselves. How hungry we are, they said. And what happened all of a sudden? You must not lie here, shouted the watchman. A watchman came there and scolded them and said, you should not lie here. And they wandered out into the rain, and these poor children came out in the rain. This shows that these children are homeless, they don't have any. Then he flew back and told the prince what he has seen. I am covered with fine gold, said the prince. You must take it off leaf by leaf and give it to the poor. The living always think that gold can make them happy. Now this swallow went back to the prince and he told the whole thing what he has seen in the town. Then this prince said, my body is covered with the gold, better you take leaf by leaf and give it to the poor. The living always, living means the human beings. The human beings, this gold will make those human beings happy. I don't need this gold. Leaf after leaf of the fine gold the swallow picked off, till the happy prince looked quite dull and grey. Leaf after leaf of the fine gold he brought to the poor, and the children's faces grew rosier, and they laughed and played in the street. We have bread now, they cried. Now what the swallow did, one by one leaf he took out from the princess statue and gave it to the poor, and this leaf turned as to the bread to the poor children. Their faces turned rosier, they started laughing and playing in the street, because now they have got the bread to eat. Then the snow came, and after the snow came the frost. The streets looked as if they were made of silver. Everybody went about in furs, and the little boys wore scarlet caps and skated on the ice. The poor little swallow grew colder and colder, but he would not leave the prince. He loved him too well. He picked up crumbs outside the baker's door when the baker was not looking, and tried to keep himself warm by flapping his wings. Now what happened? The winter season came and the snow started. Snowfall was there, and everywhere there was a snow, and the street looked as if they were made of silver. Why they were looking as made of silver? Because it was covered with white snow, and everybody was enjoying in their fur clothes. Little boys were wearing the scarlet. Scarlet is a red color caps, and they were enjoying the skating on the ice. But this poor little swallow, he was getting colder day by day, but he don't want to leave the prince because he loved him too much. So what he do in order to keep himself warm, he picked up some crumbs. Crumbs means bread pieces out of the baker's shop when the baker was not looking, and tried to keep himself warm by flapping his wings. By keeping his wings moving, he tried to keep. But at last he knew that he was going to die. He had just enough strength to fly up to the prince's shoulder once more. "Goodbye, dear prince," he murmured. "Will you let me kiss your hands?" Now at last this little swallow came to know that soon he will die because of this cold weather. So somehow he tried to fly till the shoulder of the prince, and he said, "Goodbye, dear prince. Will you allow me to kiss your hand?" And what the prince thought? Prince thought that he is leaving for Egypt. He said, "I am glad that you are going to Egypt at last, little swallow," said the prince. "You have stayed too long here, but you must kiss me on the lips, for I love you." He said, "Okay, swallow, I am very happy that finally you are leaving to Egypt, but you don't kiss my hand, you kiss my own lips, because I love you so much." "Not to Egypt that I am going," said the swallow. "I am going to the house of death. That is the brother of sleep, is he not?" Now this swallow replied that, "Oh my dear prince, I am not going to Egypt. I am going to the house of death, because now finally I am dying, and death is the brother of sleep." This sentence shows the personification, that they are personalized. As for the sleep, we sleep for few hours, but in that we sleep continuously. And he kissed the happy prince on the lips and fell dead at his feet. And finally he kissed the lips of the prince and fell down on his feet. At the moment, a curious crack sounded inside the statue, as if something had broken. The fact is that the leaden heart had snapped right in two. It certainly was a dreadfully hard frost. Now what happened? As soon as the swallow died, there was a curious crack sounded. Means a very unknown sound came out of the heart body from the statue, and the heart was broken into two pieces. Actually the heart was broken on the death of the swallow, but the people said that it was too cold, and this because of this cold, dreadfully hard frost, this heart was broken. Early the next morning, the mayor was walking in the square below in the company with two councillors. As they passed the column, he looked up the statue. "Dear me, how shabby the happy prince looks," he said. Now next morning, the mayor was walking down the square along with his town councillors, and town councillor was in the habit of repeating what the mayor is saying. And he said, "Oh dear, see the statue, how shabby." Shabby means untidy. "How untidy prince looks," he said. "How shabby indeed," cried the town councillors, who always agreed with the mayor, and they went up to look at it. The town councillor also repeated the same thing, "How shabby," because they are in the habit of repeating what the mayor is saying. So after saying how shabby, they went up to look at it. The ruby has fallen out of the sword, his eyes are gone, and he is golden no longer, said the mayor. The mayor said, the rubies are not there on the sword, some rubies are fallen down, his eyes are also not there, even his golden body of his gold is also no longer. In fact, he is little better than a beggar. In fact, he is looking like a beggar. Little better than a beggar, said the town councillor. So, councillor also repeated the same thing, that he is looking like a beggar. And here is actually a dead bird at his feet, continued the mayor. We must really issue a proclamation. Proclamation means order, that birds are not to be allowed to die here, and the town clerk made a note of the suggestion. And after this councillor saw that there is a dead bird lying on the feet of the prince, he said that we should issue an order that birds are not allowed to die here. You see, this writer has added the humor here, because nobody chooses the place where he or she will die. So this order just senseless. But just to add a humor, he has said that we must issue an order that birds are not allowed to die here, and the town clerk made a note of the suggestion. So they pulled down the street. So they pulled down the statue of the happy prince, as he is no longer beautiful, he is no longer useful, said the art professor of the university. So as the professor of the university said that this prince is not looking beautiful, so we should broke down this statue, and they pulled down the statue. Then they melted the statue in a furnace. Furnace is a fireplace. So they melted the statue in the fireplace. What a strange thing, said the overseer of the workmen at the foundry. Foundry is a workshop, and overseer is the supervisor. So supervisor said, what a strange thing. He noted down something strange there in the fireplace. What he said? This broken lead heart will not melt in the furnace. He said this broken heart is not melting. So they decided, let us throw it. We must throw it away. So they threw it on a dust heap. Where the dust heap was there, they threw where the dead swallow was also lying. And they threw the heart in the same place where this dead swallow was lying. Bring me the two most precious things in the city, said God to one of his angels. And the angel brought him the leaden heart and the dead bird. Now what happened? In the heaven, the God ordered his angel, go out in the city and search two most precious things in the city for me. The angel went out, and what he brought? He brought the leaden heart of the prince and the dead bird. Seeing this, the God replied, you have rightly chosen, said God. For in my garden of paradise, this little bird shall sing forever more, and in my city of gold and happy prince shall praise me. He said to the angel that you have chosen the right thing, because these two things are very precious. This bird, this swallow, little bird, will always stay in my paradise. Paradise means will heaven, and will sing forever. And in my city of gold, this happy prince will stay forever and shall praise me, and will praise the name of Lord, will praise the name of God. Why these two things are precious? These two are precious because they have done good deed in their life. So what lesson we get from this chapter? That we should be always kind hearted, we should be always help to others. So with this we end the story.